Good afternoon. Chris Hauck, Coldwell Banker Burnet. Welcome back to our video blog. And I wanted to let you know as that our market improves, there are a number of exciting questions coming up. One of them recently is a friend of mine called and said, Chris, why wouldn't I just put it on Craigslist? You know, it's on the internet, everybody can see it. He said, what exactly do you do? And the quick response to that is, first of all, a lot of the buyers that are looking to buy for sale by owner really are expecting one tremendous deal. They know what the commission is. They know how much money you're saving. They'd like all of that savings in their pocket, plus a bit more. You're typically dealing with people that are expecting a very, very good deal. Second, if you're working with an agent that is representing the buyer or working with the buyer, their legal fiduciary responsibility is to the buyer. And their responsibility is to help the buyer get the very best price and the best terms possible, which is not in your favor. Third, if the buyer is working with an attorney, the attorney can only represent one party. The attorneys that tend to represent the for sale by owner buyers tend to be a bit aggressive and don't always write a contract that is favorable to the seller. As you get into the process today, a home inspection is very, very common. And what you will find is that the home inspector feels that his responsibility is to represent the buyer. And they will find something in every home, even if it's brand new. And in today's market, the buyers will try to use that to their advantage. The inspector will come up with a number of detailed items, and we know how to address that. If it's the first time you're doing it, it's pretty hard to bring up the appropriate response to some of those objections. And in many cases, it ends up costing the seller sometimes $5,000, $10,000 that they wouldn't have had to pay otherwise. If you're working with a bank for the buyer, there's a good chance that the appraiser may not have the appropriate comparable sales. And if the appraiser is coming from outside of the area, which in today's market, that is very common, they may not have the information they need to justify the price that you feel you should get. Of course, the buyer is extremely happy if the appraisal comes in low. Part of our job is to make sure that those comparable sales are available to the appraiser as you need it, when you need it, so that the price comes in where you expect it to come in. And the last thing is that sometimes the lender has additional requirements that in today's market really aren't appropriate for the seller. They're a bit more aggressive for the buyer. Sometimes the lenders working with the buyer feel that they should be an advocate for the buyer. Our job is to defend you and to make sure that if that lender is maybe overstepping their bounds a little bit, we keep things going in the track it should, so that you get the price, the time, the money that you expect to get, and you don't get renegotiated 3 or 4 times from the time you get a contract signed to the time that you actually close. The last is that we have very few transactions fall through. And in today's market, people I've talked with that have tried for sale by owner, many times after having 2, 3, sometimes 4 contracts fall through, call us and say, I've had it. That's it. Come on in. Help us get it done. So if you do have questions about getting your house sold, give us a call. We'll look forward to talking to you. Have a great day. Thanks again.